Like putting a mustache on a robot will not make your robot human. Same way, using humanizing tool won't make your AI generate content human content. Everyone is talking about this humanizing tool where you put the AI generated content and it will humanize this content. And people think it will make it high quality. Well, bad news, not really. In fact, according to Google Search Quality Evaluator Guidelines, this is totally against the Google policies. Let me break down to you why humanizing tool do not make your content high quality and what actually does. And in this video, we're going to discuss 4 very important points. First, we're going to see what is this trend of humanized AI content. Second, what Google actually says about humanizing content. Third point is issues with humanizing content and validating it with AI detectors. And last point is creating high quality content without humanizing it and right use of AI. And before we move forward, I want to tell you, in this AI power, it's really important to know the right strategy. You have all the AI tools, but how to use them is very, very important. And in this channel, I distribute all this knowledge free of cost. So if you're serious about your website growth, you want to get better ranking, you want to get more traffic on your website, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And subscribe is totally free. I really appreciate that. And this is another way to support the channel. With that said, let's go to the first point, which is what is this trend of humanized AI content. So what happened nowadays, people ask from ChatGPT, for example, created 2000 word blog post on how to grow tomatoes. And then ChatGPT will give you a very detailed blog post. And what people does, people paste this content into humanizing tool and then click on humanize. And they think this content is high quality content and is suitable for Google, and Google will accept this content. And after this, they copy the content and they go to AI detector and paste this content and ask if this content is AI generated or not. And it will say it is not AI generated because there were some tricks done by humanizing AI tool. So basically what's happening, they're getting mass content from ChatGPT or other AI writing tools, and then they're going to humanize it. And after they assume that if this humanized content is passed by GPT detector, then this is the best content, and now they have created very high value content. Well, Google does not care about if it looks human content. What Google cares about is providing the original value. And you can clearly see here, this is not original content. This is the content generated by AI. When you put this content here, you can see what it does. So this content, what it's doing, it's just changing the words here and there. And also on purpose, this kind of tool adds some spelling mistakes. So it sounds like human written content. So now let's see what Google says about humanizing content. So Google talk about this in this point where it says scale content abuse. And scale content abuse has lowest quality of content. This is a document released by Google on 11 September 2025. It is search rater program from Google. It is the official document they use to define the quality of the pages. And if the quality of pages is low, then this content will not be prioritized to be indexed on Google. You can create the content whatever you want. You can create any low value content. You can humanize it. Google has no problem with it. But Google will not give it high rating. And if it has low rating, it will not be priority for Google to index this content. So all the content you're creating using ChatGPT and AI, you are putting on your website, it might not rank on Google. Even it might not index on Google. So imagine all the effort you're making, it will be lost. And you can clearly see here, example of scale content abuse using automate tools, generative AI or otherwise, as low effort way to produce many pages that add little no value for website visitor. Scrapping feed, search result, other content generate many pages. Stitching or combining content from different web pages without adding value. Creating multiple sites with intent of hiding scale nature of the content. And 4.6.6 here say MC, which is main content created with little to no efforts. And you can see here the lowest rating applies to, and here paraphrased, embedded, auto AI generated or reposted from other sources with little to no effort. And same thing you're doing here. What you're doing is creating the content on ChatGPT and then humanizing it, which does not make at all it high quality. And this process is clearly defined here. So this kind of content got lowest rating, and when you got lowest rating, your content will not be indexed. I will talk about this in detail in another video. If you want, you can check the video that why your page is not being indexed. I'm sure a lot of people who are stuck on this issue, I receive a lot of message and email every day that their content is not getting indexed. So you can watch that video, link will be in description. That's a very detailed and useful video for the people who want to understand why pages are not being indexed and what they can do to index those pages. Okay, let's talk about the issue with humanizing and escaping detectors. So this is another trap, like relying on AI detector like GPT-0. Of course, they will make your content undetectable, but that does not meet the purpose. These tools, what they understand, they don't understand meaning or value. They just scan patterns of word choice and predict if text was machine generated or not. So what happens? People try to fool these tools by adding spelling mistake, random synonyms or unnecessary stuff. That does not make the content better. It just make it messy. And the problem is that sometimes when people write content by themselves and they detect the text, It says it's AI ChatGPT generated. It happens so many of times. I see it. So many people say, okay, they've written everything by themselves, step by step, and these tools still say this content ChatGPT generated. So the focus should not be on tricking detection, but on building real experience and authority. Okay, now let's talk about the fourth point, which is creating quality content without humanizing it. So first thing what you can do, you can focus on EEAT, experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trust. I already created multiple videos on this topic, how you can do these things step by step. You can check the written video, link in description. So Google's guidelines make it very clear that high quality content is about EEAT. And how you can get EEAT is by sharing personal experiences. For example, if you write a recipe, what are you doing about it? If you create the recipe from AI, it will not be the personal recipe. Maybe you are adding some more ingredients to your recipe. Or if you're writing a blog post about how to get better ranking on Google, what is your personal experience? The screenshot from your own website or your own Search Console account will really make your content high value. It will show that you have experience with this kind of tools or with this domain, whatever you're writing the content about. Author transparency, who you are, what experience you have. Maybe you have a degree, or maybe you're managing the website for multiple years, so you have a lot of experience in that field. Also purposeful writing, that whenever you write something, do not write just to get a lot of views and make money. The purpose should be to provide value to users. And this is the document, Search Innovation Guideline, talks about the same thing. The purpose of content should be to provide value, not to rank a website, not to rank for a keyword, or not to rank for a cluster of keyword. This is totally against Google policies. And yes, you can absolutely use AI as long as it is guided by your expertise. Let's talk on the second point, which is effort matters more than detection. So little to no effort is lowest rating. We already talked in this document, scale abuse and all those other things. And Google later specially check for effort. They ask, was there meaningful work done to create this content? This effort could mean research, first-hand knowledge, visuals, interviews, even custom data. And humanizing too, they don't add any effort. They just read words same as low-value text. For example, if we see we humanize content, what it does. So the heading is how to grow tomatoes is complete step-by-step guide. What it does. You can see here it says tomato growing comprehensive step-by-step guide. What it does, just shuffle the word. It does not make it high quality. It does not add any more human value to it. So humanizing tools, totally waste of time. If you want to write an email, yes, you can write an email. You can use this kind of tool so people can not know that you have written this email from AI. But if your target is to use this content to rank on Google, to use on a website, to have authority on Google, to get more traffic, this will not work. I hope you understand the point that humanizing tool is not gonna work. Everybody who's using it, doing it, they're just wasting their time. We have so many people in our WhatsApp group told that they were using these kind of AI tools and also humanizing tool. And they were getting some traffic also from here and there on their website for some time, but the website got indexed overnight. And a lot of people, their money got stuck in Google AdSense account because they were violating a lot of Google policies. If you're someone who's thinking that humanizing tools will make your content high quality, I think that's a very bad approach and you will waste a lot of time and money of yours. So what I can do, I can add some video linked in description so you can watch those videos and know that how you can get high quality content. I hope you get some value from the video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to show your support. And if you're a beginner, please watch this video on your screen, which will really help you for your website or your blog journey.